the motivation for being a founder for a lot of people is misplaced. It's often, I want to raise money so that I can live my best life. But that's not true. You're raising money because you want to create value to leave an impact. Our ecosystem is still very nascent. It's early. We need to return money to the investors. Without liquidity, more money is not going to come into the system. Founders will not be liquid enough to actually want to reinvest in their fellow founders. People will think that nothing good will come out of our ecosystem. And as such, it backfires on everybody. Every time people ask me to introduce myself, I start spinning left and right. What do I introduce myself
Which do you tell them?
But at the core of everything I am, I'm a connector. I connect founders and entrepreneurs to the resources that they need to scale and grow their businesses. So it could be advice, it could be mentorship, it could be venture capital, or money that they need to grow their business. It could be anything that helps the founder be better. I'm the guy that figures out a way to do that.
The guy. Not MI, but the guy.
Yeah. Oh, I love MI, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
One line, like your most favorite line of any song at all. It could be something
I got money
from
in
like
oil, Akara.
Say that again.
I got money in oil, Akara.
Okay, which track is that?
I can't really remember the track, but that stuck with me. I was like, what kind of rubbish line is this?
No, but I thought MI does only dope lines. Come on.
No, but I love MI.
Okay, beautiful. Yeah. This year, are you a movies person?
Yes.
3 movies that stuck with you this year or that did it for you this year?
And that'll be a difficult question for me because I watch a lot of stuff in my downtime. A bit of context here before people think that I only watch movies. There's this mentality that people have that if you spend your time watching TV, your IQ is going to go down. You don't have time for relevant stuff. But I don't believe that. Okay. Personally, for me, when I need my downtime, I just turn on the TV and I watch stuff. Different things intrigue me. It could be a documentary that I saw. It could be an actor I really wanted to see on screen. It could be the CGIs in Avatar. I love Avatar. I think that Avatar for the last 10, 15 years, they've pushed the envelope in filmmaking. And it would take a lot for somebody to beat them. Because
an animation guy.
Yeah. The visuals are intense. They're beautiful. Which is one reason why I still like to go to the cinema. Because you get the full experience compared to just watching something on a laptop on your TV. Which other movie? Transformers was very disappointing because it's like they scaled back their CGIs and all. And the stories didn't work. But I watch a lot of things, so I just keep on watching.
So
I love animation also.
So you can't give us 3?
No, I can't.
Either animation, either anything.
Demon Slayer for animation. Somebody said
you got thumbs up for that.
I absolutely love Demon Slayer. The storyline, the emotions, it's very emotive. Quite good. Which other movie came out this year that that's the problem. I watch so many things. It depends on my mood.
Okay.
Yeah.
How fashionable do you think people in tech are?
The typical tech bro wears one t-shirt with black trousers and with trainers.
Please cut this out when
spin around. just look around. I wish the camera could pan around. Everybody's wearing t-shirt or hoodie with trousers and trainers. That's the typical. So that does not mean that.
Is it a non-expensive or an expensive lifestyle?
It's easy. It's convenient. So why should I spend my time trying to put on so many rings and being very fashionable? I'm not saying that's not fashionable because some things are very expensive, right? You can actually scan somebody head to toe and he's wearing your whole salary and he looks very simple. Really. Yeah, but but it's convenient. So I'd rather spend all the time looking for what to wear. I already have everything in my wardrobe. I just pull it off and wear it.
So do you think that these guys are creating an alternative fashion trend?
I don't know if it's an alternative fashion trend. I think various industries oftentimes have the norm. If you see a private equity guy, you know how they dress with the suits, the ties, and that's because they're always going for really high class events. If they're not doing that, they're going to play golf. And there's
board meetings.
So you have to dress a certain way to be addressed. for the typical tech bro and even the venture VC guys, we are very laid back because of how our approach to business. We're more founder friendly because we have to go out to meet people. So because you want to meet them in their space, you dress like them. You know how they say you dress because how you want to be addressed. Oftentimes it's like that. And so I don't think that they're disrupting how tech people dress or people dress.
They're disrupting the fashion industry. Like,
I just feel like it's the norm. It has become the norm, right? Imagine going to a tech conference and you're supposed to speak and you're all doing, tie to your neck and everything. You look so different and people will not connect with you. So it's the norm. It has become the norm and it's ease. It's convenience. Why would I want that?
I think I asked your brother this question, and I'm dragging you and your brother to this. For those who do not know, Uwem's brother is also in startup wise, yeah, okay, and that's investing too.
Yeah.
Should we put guardrails around startup founders that raise and get investor funding?
It's an interesting question, and I'll try not to give a nuanced answer because I'm an investor, right? And I would want to protect my investment. But I believe that if you're going to build a sustainable business, right from the get-go, you should be thinking guardrails. I find that the motivation for being a founder for a lot of people is misplaced. It's often, okay, I'm generalizing a lot, but for some people, right, it is, I want to raise money so that I can live my best life. But that's not true. You're raising money because you want to create value to leave an impact. And if you're not thinking things like corporate governance from the get-go, putting in systems and, that would help your business survive with or without you, the business would eventually fail one way or the other. And we've heard stories of great companies on paper at that very early stage, but they raise so much money and few. There is one popular company in the medical space. I'm only going to say
you
that.
You can call names.
No, I would not call names. So nobody comes after me.
Okay.
And one of the reasons why they struggled to raise and eventually ran out of money was because there were no guardrails. And as such, what happened was money was getting spent. Nobody was getting accountable. I'm not saying they were involved in fraud. They were not involved in fraud. It's just that there was no control on how money was spent and nobody was keeping an eye on where the money was going to, if it was being accounted for, and what the cash flow was. And eventually they ran out of money. A very great company on paper. In short, a very great company in reality. But they ran out of money and the investors were very unhappy and said, you know what? We're just going to kick out the management. We're going to sell the company for scraps. This is why you don't mess with your investors too. But
yeah, many startup founders don't know that like investors have that much power.
Yeah, especially when you've gone into your series A, B, C, investors do have the power. At the very early stage, the reason why some of us invest at the very early stage is while the risk is very high, you can lose your money. The prospects of reward is high also, which means I can accept you don't have guardrails at your angel stage or your pre-seed, but I expect that you have your guardrails over time because bigger investors are going to come and I'm going to exit over time. So back to the point, it's important that people have corporate governance at the back of their mind, figuring out how can this system work without me. If I'm not there, if I'm sick for 3 months, another company like that where the founder was sick for several months, and the company is suffering right now. Not because the founder wanted, you don't plan to be sick, but when the founder wasn't available, everything just went left. The co-founders could not manage the business as well. Updates were not getting to the board. Everything was upside down. If corporate governance was baked into the system from the get-go, we would have known who is responsible for this, what you're supposed to do here. Are you hiring a third-party person, to handle certain things? All these things would have been thought through. So we cannot run away from corporate governance. We can't. Especially because I'm going on this long-winded answer. Our ecosystem is still very nascent. It's early. We need to return money to the investors. Without liquidity, more money is not going to come into the system. Without liquidity, founders will not be liquid enough to actually want to reinvest in their fellow founders. Without liquidity, people will think that nothing good will come out of our ecosystem. And as such, it backfires on everybody. So if you're building a business now, please build your business the right way, so that in the end, all of us will get to eat, right? And enjoy all the growth that is happening.
Finally, tell us a joke about venture capital investing on the continent.
A joke. Why a joke though?
I don't know. We just want to laugh about something. Whether we get it or not.
I'm my head is spinning right now. I can't think of any. No, I can't think of any.
Okay, fair enough.
I can't think of any.
Tell us any joke in tech that you know.
I'm not a joke person. I don't even think I'm a funny person.
Have you seen memes generally? Anyone you can think of or remember?
Interestingly, I use memes, but
are you serious? You use memes?
I use memes, but I don't use it for venture. I just use it to chat with people.
Like to chat with people, but like serious other people who are like serious people like you.
No, my friends. I will not send a meme to my LP or my fellow.
Clearly, not when you're reacting to something.
But nah, I don't have a joke.
Okay, fair enough.
You can ask me any other thing, but not jokes.
No, I think that's it. I think that's fine.
All right, thank you.